beside me or something.
Hello. Surprise.
Happy Sunday, FlossTube. Hello, crafty friends. My name is Caroline, and this is my husband, John.
Hello.
Many of you have met John before, and as you can see, surprise, we are up at the cottage. So I wonder if some of you maybe figured out that I would be here today for the anniversary. It's not the only reason I've come, but you know, here we go. So we've been doing giveaways all this week, courtesy of Evertote, and today is the very last day. We've got a great giveaway for you today. Many of you will know that my husband John and myself, we took over the Hearthside Craftworks business last year in August.
August of last year.
August of last year. John flew out to Calgary, Alberta.
I did.
And he was trained by the man who developed the Hearthside stand. And
that's right.
What, you spent a week there with John?
Spent a week there and then had to come home and equip the workshop with all the right tools, and then went through a lot of learning and trial and error and equipping, you know, with the right materials and all that kind of thing. And so yeah, been making them ever since, getting up to speed. So our entire garage is now a workshop. That's
so
right.
At home. And then we ship them out all over the world. So it's only fitting that today, last giveaway of the day, of the week, I'm going to give away with John. We are giving away a lap frame today. Hearthside Craft.
What is this? Nobody told me.
Surprise! We're giving away a lap frame. One lap frame. Leave us a comment below. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let John go. He's got some work to do outside. There's not, I know there's full of surprises today. Those who have, well, houses and cottage and these things always require a lot of upkeep, and
a lot of things to do.
John is my resident handyman. He knows how to do it all, and if he doesn't know how to do it, he figures it out.
That's right.
It's very...
Or I just make a mistake and we live with it.
And then we fix it a year from now when it needs fixing again.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all good. So I'm gonna let him go, and then I'm gonna film myself setting up my frame because I'm here for a couple of days at least. So I'm going to set up my frame for stitching.
And who made that for you again?
You did. I've wanted a lap frame for years and years and years. So now I finally have one.
Right.
In fact, I have two. She
wanted it so badly she bought the company.
Yeah. It's true. It's the most expensive lap frame I've ever bought, but here we are. I did take some video of the snake.
Oh yeah.
So, fair warning, because I know many of you will not want to watch a video of a snake. We had a really cool experience earlier this morning. We're out on an island in Georgian Bay, Canada, Ontario, Canada, and we have special wildlife here. We have a fair, how many varieties of snakes would you say we have?
Maybe 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
And many of you will know we usually also have a bear or 2 on the island. We haven't seen evidence of the bear yet this year.
No, no bear this year. We have chipmunks, rabbit, hares, squirrels, the occasional fox, and occasionally a deer as well. Last year there was a deer. When the ice goes out and they're on the island, they are here. Yep.
So poor John, we have a breeze room where we like to sit, and it's fully screened in because of course the mosquitoes up here can get quite bad. So it's aluminum mesh, right? On the windows, and they're quite large windows out in the breeze room. And we have a squirrel who's desperately trying to get in and make a nest where, you know, she can raise and grow a family. So she continues to make holes in this mesh screening. And so poor John keeps trying to patch the holes with sturdier, you know, fence, what is it called? Chicken wire type
Yeah, that
stuff.
kind of thing, yeah.
But this squirrel is so, he's got
persistent.
Very persistent. He's got footage, actually, like wildlife camera, where he caught the squirrel last night making a new hole.
That's right.
In a different location. But anyways, there's a snake that is trying to get in because Ken clearly knows the squirrel is trying to get in and is
chasing the squirrel.
Chasing the squirrel. There's a fox chasing the squirrel.
We're not sure what's going to chase the snake, but
I called it a fox because it's a fox snake. That's the kind of snake it is. We do also have rattlesnakes here. The Massasauga rattler, and we may have seen a small one of those this morning as well. I don't have video of that, don't worry. But I do have quite a long video of a snake trying to get in. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it at the very end of this video, and I'll put up a black screen cap at the end that's gonna give you full warning if that's your chance to say no thanks and step away if you don't wanna see it. So yeah, thanks.
Okay,
thank you.
See you later.
I'll show you setting it up now. Okay, so we've got two towers. Now these can go either way. So, well, John says that this is the correct way out. But if you've got your frame set down low, it's going to hit this part of the frame when you try to spin your work to get to the back. So I generally put it together this way actually, because then I've got the clearance on that side. I've got two arms with the flip frame mechanism already attached there. Got washer, wing nut, washer, spring bolt, washer. And that order is the same for putting it together. These joints, this is how the flip frame mechanism works. And the side that's going to go into the arm has the small dowel piece right there. So because I'm going to be stitching on the couch, I want to set my work up quite high. Because of the way my vision works, the higher it is, the closer to my face, the easier it is for me to see. So I'm going to put my bolt, my large bolt, I'm going to put it in the top hole so that it's at the highest setting, and the little dowel joint I can put down into, it's going to go in the second hole below. So bolt through like that, put my thing in, put it together like that. So now my arm is effectively put together. I just have to put my hardware back on. So in order, washer, spring, washer, I think you can see that. Yeah, washer, and then wing nut at the end. There we go. So that's now all put together. I screw it in about that much because you want it to be secure but not overly tight. And then that's now in place. And I'm just going to repeat the process with the other leg, with the other tower. Okay, so I now have both 1 and 2. Got both of my towers set together. Now I'm ready to put my scroll rods in place. So the first project I'm going to work on today is going to be my, you ready for this? Nevermore. That's first up today because it's been ages since I worked on it. So I just want to get a couple of hours of progress into this, and then I'm going to switch later this evening over to my Friendship Sal, which is the Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour Friendship Sampler, which I love. The other piece that I've brought this week is the EW sampler that's in the Kitten Stitcher Shakespeare's Peddler Most Humble Hands book. Got my wooden knobs ready to go right there. You know what? I also, this frame, John has a Q-snap, like a snap frame adapter kit, which I brought. I brought all the pieces to use my Q-snap because I have 2 projects that are smaller pieces of fabric that I like to use. And guess what? Left my Q-snap at home. So, sad trombone, I won't be working on those projects until I can figure out a workaround. All right, so the scroll rods go in to the arm, like so. Goes up. And then I'm gonna just move the camera up a little bit here. There we go. Now you can see that. I'm gonna put the other side in. And top like that. So it's pretty sturdy, stable before you get the knobs in place, because the knobs are what is gonna hold the whole thing together. So I'm gonna put a couple of those, not tight just yet until, because I just want the stability to hold the thing together, and then I'll work on putting my fabric in place once I've got the knobs on so that it holds the set together. There we go. Okay, so what I want to work on first is I want to be finishing up this border that's right there. So I'm going to get my fabric in place approximately so that this is a little higher up, so that it's not totally at the bottom. Tighten that up. And then I can tighten those knobs. Just like that. Now, fabric tension for me, I'm not overly concerned with drum tight fabric. So this, to me, at the moment, this is ready to go for me. I'm happy to stitch. Some people wouldn't like that the sides are a little loose, right? And they would like some extra tension on the frame here. So I know my friend Carrie uses those magnets, the ones that have, you know, two sides and they have a plastic loop that holds them together. And she wraps those magnets around the arms to hold the fabric, and then that holds it a little bit tighter at the side. But for me, that tension is perfectly sufficient, and I will quite happily stitch away on that. So there you go. That's my lap frame. So there you have it. Today's giveaway, the final giveaway, celebrating 6 years. It is 6 years as of today that I put this sweater on, and I thought, what can go wrong? I'd like to make some new stitchy friends. And here we are, 6 years later, with some amazing new friends and a pretty great day job to boot. So 0 complaints. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. If you've been here right from the beginning, or if you just decided to stop in for a visit today, I'm really glad that you're here, and I hope that we have many more years together stitching all of the things, because there are so many good things to stitch. We just need to find the time to do it, right? So I'm here for a few more days yet. I hope to record a little bit more video up here. I will have popped in a little bit of video at the very beginning. We had, there's a beaver dam very close by, just, and I apologize if none of this has been in focus. I cannot see anything. My task glasses are back at home, and I can't see a single thing. The screen on this camera is about this big, so if I'm not in focus, you'll forgive me. There's a beaver dam very close, sort of on one of the other small little tiny islands just across the way. We can see it, you know, when we go outside. But for some reason this spring the beavers decided to be super extra industrious and start building a dam on my father-in-law's other dock. I don't know why. It could be that last year there were some otters nesting underneath that particular dock. My father-in-law was quite upset, and of course seeing the beavers there this year, he's not overly pleased. So that, I wanted to take some video of that, because actually it needs to be dismantled and removed, and discourage the beavers from doing that, because obviously it causes quite a lot of damage. And you know, we're not looking to rehome the beavers to other places. We're just hoping them to be encouraged to go back to their original home, which isn't that far away. So hopefully there's not something wrong with their original dam, but who knows? Who knows the minds of beavers, but they are busy. So yeah, I did take some video of that because I knew John and his dad were gonna be cleaning that up later tonight. But yeah, the snake was so cool, so cool. The fox snake is completely harmless snake. It's actually good to have snakes around. I know those of you who don't like snakes, that seems really funny, but you know, when you're out kind of living off the grid, and I know you're probably wondering, we have some outlets here, right? So, and we have a pretty fancy coffee machine plugged in here, and got my camera battery plugged in. We have a fairly robust solar system, and also we have a backup generator for when the batteries need charging if we have a week that is super gray. If you've got some questions for me or for John, I am going to probably do a couple more videos later this week. Feel free to leave me a couple of questions. They might get buried because I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of comments on this video for the drawing for the Hearthside lap frame. So if you do have any questions, what I'll try to do is I'll probably do another video in a couple of days or something, and maybe then if you've got some questions, just to make sure I don't miss them, leave them on that video, and then we'll answer anything that you've got. Those who have been here for many years, this is where I started making videos. It's the reason for the name of my channel, Off the Grid. You can hear a float plane. There's a float plane going by overhead. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, so this coffee machine is only on a sunny day. That's a sunny day, sunny morning coffee machine. You can only use it because it really draws a lot of power. So we only use it if it's super, super sunny. Other than that, we have a mocha pot that we use. But we're finding, for some reason, I know I'm going dark here. The sun keeps going in and out. The seal on the mocha pot keeps going, and we just need to, we've replaced it a few times. I think we just need to get a new mocha pot. But Sarah had an extra one of these kicking around, and so we brought it up here just to try it out and see how it worked on the power structure that we have here. We also use propane. So we have two small fridges, you know, large bar fridge size fridges that we use that run off our solar system. Our stove, our oven is propane based. We do have a small 5-gallon hot water tank that's heated by propane, and we actually keep it off generally, unless somebody wants to take a shower, in which case we'll turn it on, you wait 20 minutes, then you can have a shower. But we do keep it off because, of course, to keep the pilot light going, to keep the tank hot, takes propane, and getting propane here is an adventure. So the tanks are heavy, and my husband has to haul them up from the thing. So any way that we can save or conserve power and ways to use our power, we do it. So, okay, on that note, the video of the snake is coming up next. So now's your chance to bow out, should you choose. I will see you in a few days. Thank you again. Thank you for everything, and thank you for celebrating this week with me. Leave me a comment below. There doesn't have to be a special word. Just leave me a comment and you will be automatically entered. I will draw for the Hearthside Craftworks lap frame 1 week from today. Thanks again, everybody. Take care, stay safe, happy stitching.
Gripping onto the cottage very well.
There's Luna.
It's not happy about my gardening. It's really trying its best. Look at it. It's gonna fall.
Oh, oh!
You can't get through that. They're all the same size.
It's testing every one though.
It's holding on to the rock for extra support.
Yeah. That's incredible, that.
Says I see you.
Huh?
Going for the squirrel babies. That cannot feel good on its body.
Right?
It's sharp on
Mommy
the-
said.
I know.
the top of the metal.
Look at its tongue.
It's beautiful coloring.
It's actually not that big.
No, not for fox snake.
Can I get up closer and take a picture? Hello.
Be real doesn't pop up now.
My turn.
I haven't posted my Be Real yet.
There you go.
Look, it's posing for you.
Good job, bud.
Did you get a picture of you?